Okay. Question and answer time with George Markoski from Positive Property. So this is a question we get a lot. And Peter sent us an email and he said, I want to buy investment property that I can move in later on. We get this a lot actually. And people are saying, I'd like to move on to the Gold Coast one day, so I'd like to get an investment property there, and one day I can move into it. Or people say, oh, look, our daughter, she's like 19, and we want to buy investment property, she can rent off us. Look, what we're going to do is we're going to not confuse investment with lifestyle choices and other things as well. And this is the challenge. Have you heard of a spork? A spork is half a spoon, half a fork. And it was invented, I don't know when, but there's one thing about a fork is it's a really shit spoon and a shit fork, right? So if you want a fork, you're much better off getting a fork and using a fork. And if you want a spoon, get a spoon and use a spoon. Investment property and buying property is the same thing. You can't get your property to do multiple things for you. And what you want to do is you want to choose why you're buying it. So if you're buying an investment property, buy the property so you can invest. If you're buying a property to move into, buy a property you want to move into. And I know a lot of people go, well, I'd like to do a bit of both. No, you can't, because it's going to be, if you buy a bit of both, you're going to buy a property that's not so good at investment, not so good to move into, it's not going to work. So for example, I want to live on the beach. Well, I do live on the beach. I'm actually talking to you right now, actually on the beachfront. Do I have a quick flick through, Christina? Yeah, so basically, I told my story in another Q&A in regards to me renting on the beach. And I was renting on the beach for quite a while because the market was flat. The market was flat, and it was about 3 o'clock, and it was dropping. So at 3 o'clock in the market, you don't want to buy and own and occupy. Also, interest rates were 7.5% at the time, so it was a lot cheaper for me to rent on the beach. What happened was, once that market flattened out, and Adelaide hit 6 o'clock, and actually the beach, there's lots of clocks everywhere. So Adelaide at the moment is actually 6 o'clock, a little bit uncertain, but the beachside property's actually gone up to 7, where it's actually going up. So it's slightly different. So what I did is I decided to buy this property now because interest rate's only 5%. And at 5%, I wasn't losing a lot of money to buy this property. Now, I wouldn't buy this property as an investment to rent out because I'd still only get 2.5% return gross, so which is very, very poor, so it's a really shit investment. But I wanted to invest in my lifestyle because I've got enough property that can pay for it. So the way I see it is, don't buy and own and occupy until your properties that you own, your investment properties, can actually pay for your lifestyle and for your home. See, because your own and occupy is not an investment. It's a liability. So don't have it as a liability. Fortunately, the house I live in here, that gets paid for by my tenants in the tax man because I've got so many investment properties, and that makes it easy. There's no stress. And if it goes up, it goes up. Great. So if you're looking at investment property, you want to buy an investment property at 7 o'clock in the market, which may not be in your backyard. It may not be the property you want to move into when you retire, and it may not be the property you're going to rent out to your kids. But it's okay, because what I want to do with investment property is I'm a passive investor. So for people who've known me for a while, I'm not into complicated strategies that take hours of my time and a lot of research and a lot of stress. I'm into the quickest way from point A to point B, and that's what you get with our program. So really, what I want to do is I want to get investment property that's going to cost me less than $30 a week for the first couple of years, and soon it becomes positive, in a high growth area at 7 o'clock with all the fundamentals that are very important and also a lack of land. I buy that property, I get a property manager, and then I forget that property. I don't need to worry about it ever again. And the thing is, why would I want to move in there when it's making money, it's going up in value? It doesn't make sense. Really, it's an investment. Quite literally, I don't even know the address of most of my properties, but I do know the suburbs. But I've got a spreadsheet that's showing me all that because I don't need to know. All I need to know is how much am I paying per week, is it going up, and is the money coming in every week, and get the property manager to do it. So look, if you want a fork, buy a fork. If you want a spoon, buy a spoon, but don't get a spork. A spork is worse than both. Thank you.